Here.
Shelley. Or Renetta.
Here.
I guess you're not, and I, okay. Approval of the minutes of the October 28, 2019 special meeting. Any additions or corrections?
I think it looked good to me when I looked at it.
I move we approve.
I'll second that. All in favor? Okay, number 4, and I guess we'll do this like we did last time, just do them individually. Renetta, is
Yeah.
that okay?
I have them all individual, so.
Discussion and possible action on correction of assessed values for tax roll for the following, and we'll start out with number
Oh.
220. Account 17260 for Winoka.
This one is something that should be in the tax exempt, and we had to freeze the tax roll in a hurry, and it didn't get put on as tax exempt, so we need to go, here, I guess, here's the, sorry. There's so many, and I got so many papers. So we need to take this off and make it tax exempt.
Okay.
Okay.
So $147. What?
Yes,
Subtract that.
yes,
And you said these are all just that we're overlooking because we had to rush to get the.
that one did, yeah. It was in the pile to do and didn't get done before the tax roll got frozen, so.
I got a motion, we approve it or disapprove it?
I will second the motion.
I guess I'll make the motion, we approve
Okay.
the negative 1%. Okay, we just, you got it.
Would you rather have your one that's gonna,
Yep, that I'm gonna keep.
yeah, because I got it.
Yep. That would be good. Yes, me too.
Okay, next will be number 221. Another one from Winoka School.
Most of these are going to be for Winoka, and there's a bunch of these, they're all,
Can we,
the-
do you want to do number 221 through 225 for Winoka schools at one time?
it makes me no difference however you want to do it. They're all the same person, and they were in the process of selling the property, and the deed was not correct, and the deed got corrected, and we needed to switch this over to the correct owner is what these next 5 are.
Did it go from the school to an individual?
No,
or
it's
the
not
other way?
school, it's not school, it's
Oh.
a person who passed away, it was their estate,
Okay.
and the deed was incorrect when we got it,
Okay.
and they got the deed fixed, but we had
So
already.
we're just correcting
We're
names?
just correcting the names, is all we're
Not
doing on
dollars.
these. It's,
Okay.
well, this is gonna show dollars, but we're correcting the names is what we're doing.
Okay.
Because it's gonna come off of this person's and then it's gonna go
But
to the
not
other
a
person's
plus or a
name.
minus on the dollar.
No, it's gonna be,
Okay.
It's gonna be an even wash.
yeah, it's gonna come out even.
Right.
Most of all of these, well, the only one that's not coming out even is the one we just did.
Okay.
There, sorry, it's. I didn't know if you guys wanted to look at all of these, so I printed them
I
for you
like
to
the
look
way
at.
Randy thinks. Do them all.
Well, but they all each have their own paper because they're
Okay,
all separate
okay.
parcels, so they all have to have a separate number. Because I was trying to figure out a way to do it all as one,
Okay.
but
Well-
since they're a different parcel, they each had to have.
How do we need it for the minutes? To make it code?
Probably better do them individually.
Okay.
So this one is $20, tax dollars, so.
Okay.
I make a motion we approve number 221.
Second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, number 222.
This is gonna be $12 in taxes. It's the same thing. The deed got corrected, and so we corrected the name, and we just need to correct the tax roll.
You're the boss.
Make a motion, we approve it also.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Paperwork for a little bit of stuff.
I know.
This one's gonna be $10 in taxes. Make sure you can see.
I make a motion, we approve number 223.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
I would have already had these signed, but I thought I would have been appreciated me having them signed ahead of time, so. Might need to be seeing me sign it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another one, same person, same thing. Hang on, yep. This one is $173.
224.
Yes.
I make the motion, we approve it also.
I second. Keeping you running the papers this morning.
No, yeah, one more.
Which is 225, right?
225, yes, and it's going to be $327. Oh, that's your copy.
That's mine.
Second, that one.
I make the motion, we approve number 225.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
So, I don't know if you guys really want these or not, but it was for you to look at in case you.
He did it himself, right?
Okay. It's gonna be a quick meeting.
And on this last one,
Oh, I just grabbed the wrong pen.
it's okay, it'll work. This last one, who did it?
I did.
You did, sorry.
We haven't did the last.
Oh, okay,
It's
no
for
wonder.
225.
We're working on it.
We're on.
Oh, okay, I'm
We're
sorry.
fixing to do 226.
I'm getting ahead of myself here.
This one is kind of the same thing, except for this person is not deceased. The deed was messed up, and when it got changed in the system, it got changed on the wrong parcel, I guess is how it would be. So anyway, it got assessed to the wrong person, is what it boils down to. So we are correcting it and putting it to who it should be. And it is 1,262 tax dollars.
I'll make a motion, we approve number 226.
I'll second that.
I'll write out pen.
And I guess I just read a not very good story about it. I think it was in Minnesota or Wisconsin,
That's right here.
where a guy had a rent house. And
$8?
yes,
Yes.
yes, and the county sold it.
70 or 80-year-old man?
83, retired guy, and he used the income off this rent house. He had bought it and then refurbished it and rented it out, and it was part of his retirement income. And
And he paid his taxes up to date, they miscalculated, sent him $8.
yeah, there was an $8.30 error, and the county sold it.
Didn't it have to go
And, but
for,
here was the kicker.
They sold it for less than half of what he, wasn't it 23 they sold it for? And he
In Oklahoma?
paid 45?
No, it was-
Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
But here was the kicker. He owed $8 and something, and they kept all the money,
oh,
even after they sold it.
but I think, and that's a different state, so I don't know, but I think when,
Well, there's a
They
lawsuit
did.
going on because nobody's supposed to keep more than the he was at least entitled to the difference. Once the $8 and something was paid, they're pretty certain he was entitled to the remainder of the money.
Wow.
It seemed like I read somewhere when we do ours, it says on part of that paperwork or in the statutes or somewhere about there's a certain time period. So if it's wrong and you're the buyer,
Well,
don't count on, you know, if there's a mistake or something.
In the state or the county, they had passed their own rules,
Ah.
trying to supersede federal rules or state rules or something, and I don't think they can do that.
It did pass this law, I think it was statewide a couple years ago, and this is the worst example, but there was a lot of many hundreds of other examples of people getting shortchanged.
So at least I'm thrilled we don't treat our people like that.
No, and these, like I said, part of these were deed problems, but then they got fixed, and between the two people, they wanted it to go for whatever reasons, whether it be for their bank or their mortgage company or whatever. So we're just correcting them, and the new
Right,
owners are
right.
gonna get the new tax statements, and we did the tax roll corrections for the old previous owners.
Right, well, I was just, that was quite a
That's just,
quite a little article.